Hey guys, this is Dave,
This is Mike.
and we're the Game & Watch Bros. Hey guys.
Welcome, guys, to God of War.
We're going to another realm?
So, as Mike just said, we are playing some God of War today.
For a little while.
This is our 12th video, and it feels like we are just getting into the meat of the game. You know, it's like we just pulled it out of the oven, we got the utensils ready, and we're getting ready to carve into it.
I like pulling my meat out of ovens.
Yeah, about that.
We'll use
Anyways,
this.
Back to the boy of war.
Grandpa.
no joke.
Can't.
So yeah,
Broken.
it's this game is obviously massive because, like I said, 12 videos of about 15 minutes apiece. So we're saying what, 4 or 5 hours into the
Based on
game,
the two we have met.
and we are just now getting into the meat of it. That's wow. That's
Just give that a turn.
stop talking there, just because
There.
the beautiful scenery here just it blows me away for the game.
Yes, it's very, very beautiful.
Tyr's
You know, I
temple is
love
at
the mist
center
down
of the
there
lake.
in the valley that we're
It
going
is
down
from there we
into,
travel
and
to Alfheim.
I love the clouds up in
Thankfully,
the
it's no longer
sky.
underwater.
Why is that creature in the bay?
No one knows.
It's
He
just this game is
appeared one
really,
day.
really awesome.
Soon after,
Going back to
Thor
the
attacked,
Fortress
and
of
their battle
War.
could be felt across all
Fortress
the
of War?
realms.
What is the Fortress of War?
Ultimately, it
know.
ended in a stalemate, and Thor returned to Odin empty-handed. The serpent stayed and grew so large, he now spans all of Midgard.
Letting Kratos talk to the witch lady.
Told you.
They've hated
I like
each
the witch
other
lady.
ever
She
since.
seems very nice.
Destined to kill each other come Ragnarok.
And she likes animals.
You believe in Ragnarok?
I dearly wish
I don't think it's so
didn't.
much she likes animals, she just likes magical beings. And that magical being happened to be an animal.
But she looked pretty pissed off
actually
when
talked to them.
Kratos said that they were doing it for target practice.
It wasn't
I'm
Kratos,
good
it
with
wasn't
languages.
his
Even
son?
ones I've
Taurus,
never
yeah,
heard of.
Taurus, Atreyu. That's from Neverending Story. Speaking of which, folks,
Come on, sure.
Mike didn't even know the song. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. This song from from Stranger Things. What's his face? Dusty. Thank you. Dusty was singing the song. I knew right away. You can ask my wife because we were watching Stranger Things. I was like, "Do you recognize this song?" She's like, "No." I was like, "It's from the Neverending Story." And she's like, "No, it's not." And then it started playing, like, it got into the heart of the song, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, it is." I was like, I freaking knew it. I love that movie.
I can't honestly say I've seen the Never-Ending Story, so.
Which is blasphemy.
Which is which?
Which is blasphemy.
You know, before was, is.
Did you know I would kill to have keys like Kratos' axe? Never lose that shit again. You'd just be like, hold your hand out and there it is, right there in your hand. Of course, that would hurt if it came back at the speed of the axe.
Right.
Freaking jab yourself with your house key.
Be permanently implanted in your hand.
Go into the hospital to get stitches, and then I'd be like, what happened to you? Oh, the house key.
You know, the usual.
So anyways, we're just walking around exploring here. Looks like we found a camp.
Yep, this is upgrade boy number 1, remember?
Yeah, sure.
Upgrade brother number 1's camp anyway.
Upgrade boy, huh?
Yeah.
So apparently,
Dwarf.
guys, it's no longer upgrade guy or upgrade brother. It's now upgrade boy. Upgrade boy 1.
Yeah.
The poor brother, apparently, because he had the cheaper, dirtier armor. You know, this game's starting to remind me of Lord of the Rings. You know, the dwarves. Kratos could be Strider. His son could be Bilbo or Frodo.
Yeah. No.
Don't be judging me. You don't know me. You don't know me. So, got any interesting stories, Mike? Oh, God. We better turn off the smoke detectors. Mike's thinking.
Eat
So funny. You could see the hamster turning.
a bag full of chocolate-covered Richards.
That's all I got to say about that, kids.
No, I don't think I do have any interesting stories. I'm not thinking about it.
How boring are you? So, since Mike doesn't have any interesting stories, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have any interesting stories, or not anything that you folks would want to hear, or anything my wife would want me to say, so
Watch your step.
I'll just talk about the
along
channel
here.
a little
Sure?
bit.
We came through here
We've
before
got
and
some
there's no
interesting
way to walk.
unboxings coming up.
See?
Is that so?
We
Let me
just
show you
picked up a
something.
brand new type of product from our friends at Collector Zone, which is a
Are you
collector's
watching?
item. Ooh, magical
Dios.
bridgeway.
What? It's solid.
But
Elven
it's
architecture.
film
My
cell
bowstring was soaked in the light
for
of
anyone
Alfheim.
who is
It can now
a
reawaken
film
the magic
buff.
of the elves.
Wait,
When you go to the
it won't just
theater,
disappear, will it?
Not as long
and
as the light
you know
shines
how they
free.
put those
This
film
way.
reels into
I want
the
one.
projectors, and it
Those
projects an
roots.
image as it shines
What
its
kind of
light
magic
through
is
the
this?
film reel.
It's Vanir.
From Vanaheim?
You
Well,
know?
there's a company
Stories. Mother didn't say much
which I
about the
can't think of their
Vanir
name right off the
Just
bat,
that they're
but
always
when I
at
do the
war with the
unboxing,
gods. As compared to Odin and Thor.
we'll
they're the good
give
guys.
you information
There are
on the
no
name of the
good
company,
gods, boy.
but
Thought I
they
taught you that.
take film cells, which are individual pictures from the original film reel released from the producing company. So, for anyone that doesn't know how it works, a company
temple.
produces a video
Built with help from the giants.
and then puts it
Great
on a
Tyr
film
used
reel.
it to travel the 9
And it's just
realms and
one.
keep the peace
One
between
film
them.
reel.
Doesn't seem
And then
very
they
peaceful.
send that out,
Everywhere we go,
and it
we're
then
attacked,
gets copied.
especially by dead things.
And
The
as it
risen
gets
dead
copied,
grow
it gets
ever
sent
more
out to
numerous.
theaters. And that's how theaters
Once
get their
the
film
roads and
reels.
trails would have been full of people.
Well, apparently this company
all
gets
have
a
hid
hold
or
of
fled,
that original
save for the
film
reavers,
reel,
savage enough to
and they
survive in such a world.
cut out cells from that reel. And they put it on a nice frame with a photo from the movie, and
Make a
they're
ride at
selling
the bottom of
those.
these stairs.
And they've got things that range from, gosh, I can't think right off the bat. They've got things for Justice
Hey, another one of
League,
those light crystals.
Wait there while
some
I
older
reawaken
things
the
too. I'm
light.
not,
Leo,
like I said, I'm
did
kind
it.
of drawing a blank right
are we
now.
doing exactly?
I'll have a lot more
Mending the
information when we do the
disrepair.
unboxing
Start
of
by lifting
what
that
types of
axle.
movies they have. But I got one for Freddy vs. Jason. And the reason is
Good.
because
Now
the
push it
company,
back into place.
see, how much strength does that take right there?
I mean, it's Kratos. He's done some pretty crazy
Now
shit.
realign
That is very
the
true,
wheel
but
onto
look
the
at that
track.
mountain. He lifts a freaking mountain. Anyway, but the
Perfect.
company doesn't
Now
have
push the
any
bridge along the
specific Friday the 13th film reel, or film
The
cells.
whole entire bridge
And
is turning.
for anyone that knows
was
me,
the whole
knows I'm a
entire bridge
huge Jason
Boy,
buff from Friday the
You're
13th.
really strong.
He's my favorite
Keep pushing
horror
until
movie
the
monster,
bridge
if you
reaches
will.
its first position.
I don't know why he
Tired
always
yet?
has been. You know, that there's
He's
very
always been
little
really
difference
strong.
between him and Freddy Krueger and Michael
about the
Myers and
We heard someone call
Chucky and
But what are they?
who
They
else
are
am I missing?
poor,
A
restless
Pinhead,
souls denied their judgment
Leatherface.
at their feet.
Leatherface.
Why what?
There's very little
Did Vanir
difference
magic
between
raise the
them.
dead?
Scream.
But there are no.
Fun.
That's a later. I'm talking
This is
early
no spell.
'80s.
Scream came out.
This plague
No,
of
Scream
dead
came
is
out
but
in the
a
'90s,
symptom of a
mid
world out
'90s,
of
if I'm
balance.
correct.
Do you want to play
Or
again?
someone
That
has
Saw.
meddled with powerful forces.
That came out
That
in
is
the
all I know
early
for sure.
2000s, didn't it?
Now there's 603 of them, even though he died in like the third movie.
That's perfect.
Right.
Come
Oh,
back
but,
up.
you know, go
We're
figure.
ready
Have you
now.
seen any of them?
No.
They're actually really good. They're. It really is. It
That was
just it puts a
impressive.
spin on every single
You didn't hurt
video.
your back,
It
did you?
just feels like
did
the
not
Final
hurt my
Destination, the final chapter, Final Destination number 18, Final Destination 203, you know, it's
Through these
just
doors.
gore just for the point of being gore.
So did the giants
After a
or the
certain
elves
point.
build here stuff?
No,
All
you're
of the
absolutely
races
right.
helped with
I
its
completely
construction.
agree.
It was the last
I just
great act
I
of
like
cooperation between the
the
realms before peace
part of my
disappeared
language,
for
but I
good.
like the mind fucks of the movies. You know, it's like the story's going down path A, and through the entire movie it's path A. And then at the tail end of the movie, boom, there's a path Z that you didn't even see was there. And it ties everything in beautifully. And,
Your
you know,
bowstring
I'm glad you
felt
brought up Final Destination
power is
because,
now
granted, there
depleted.
were like
Only a few
100
knocks of
movies of
magic
all
remained
the
in the
same
bowstring,
thing,
and we used
which
them.
it really was just a money grab and a gore fest. But,
Your bow,
it looks
please.
like she's embedding the bow with the magic, so Atreus can start making bridges. Maybe that'll mean
Once
we
you
can
claim the
reach
light
areas
of
we couldn't
Alfheim,
before.
infuse the
Which
bowstring
means
with-
exploration.
Don't forget.
But we're not going to do that. We're just going straight storyline it.
Right. And bear with us, folks. It's going to be a little bit hard to go straight storyline without a little bit of
You
exploration
talk like you're not coming with us.
because
try,
it really
but
does.
measures were taken to
From
keep
what
you
I
trapped in
understand, the further
Midgard.
we get in this game, the more the world
The gods
opens
don't
up.
care for me
Yeah,
much.
like there's a point where we'll apparently meet something like the All Rainbow or the All Roads or whatever, and it'll just lead to thousands of different areas we can explore.
Is this it? It's so dark.
You know, and
This
I do
temple has been
apologize
asleep,
for
underwater for almost
the
150 winters.
the
It needs
dryness
only the light
of the
Bifrost
videos. It's
to
just
reawaken.
I don't know if they were trying to do something different with this God of War, but they haven't thrown many bosses in.
Right, it's not like the old God of Wars. But that being said, the last God of War I played was Ascension, and that one was like a
Those roots all
prequel
look
to
like
God of War
magic.
1 and was just
They aren't.
god
These
awful.
roots are
Like
part of the
Kratos
great
was the
world
biggest
tree
emoest
and make
pussy
travel
on the
between the
planet.
realms possible.
Yeah, no, it's just it's speaking of cash grabs. It feels
How
like
does
that's
it
what
work?
God of War has
You will
become.
need
Just
this,
let's
a
produce as many
Bifrost,
games as we
to create
can
travel
and
between
have
realms.
people who are living off the
It can
nostalgia of
capture,
the first
hold, and transfer the
three,
light of Alfheim. Place
you
the
know,
Bifrost
be like,
there.
oh, well, here's one for the PSP. It's a shit story, and the
What now?
loading of it's terrible, and the
moment.
lag on
The
it's
temple needs
worse
time to
because
wake up from its long
the
slumber.
processing power of
It is from
the
this
PSP
room
can't even
and
handle
this
the
room
game.
alone
But
that
here you
will
go
be able to
anyways,
cross
you know.
between realms.
But
What you see before
they've
you represents
so far
the
done
temple
a
in which we
fantastic job
stand,
with this God of War.
as well as the realm
I
towers
do
that
wish
encircle
that there
the
was
Lake of
more
Nine
excitement,
inside.
more bosses, more
All the realms exist in the same physical
know,
space.
bang for your
reflections of each
buck
other.
earlier on. But
These doors,
we faced
the towers
what,
outside,
one major
and the
boss
9 realms
in the
are all
5 hours we
intertwined
played.
I think
and
two.
coexisting
I think
on
there was
branches
one where it
of
was
the
just a
world
troll,
tree,
and then another one
separated
was
only by the
troll with a
Bifrost
bunch of
light
guys
of
around him.
Alfheim. This
we
place
faced
can
the
focus
trolls.
and control that
See,
light.
And
you
is
say
this the
several
world tree?
trolls, and I count
Only
that
an
as
artistic
those
representation
aren't
of
even
it.
like true
No,
bosses.
the Yggdrasil is much.
I don't
much
know,
more
because you
than
remember the
this.
first time you
The
fight
tree
an
of life is bound to the fate of the
Cyclops
world,
in the first God of
just
War. That
as
was a
we are bound
boss.
to it.
But then every Cyclops
The tree
after that
nourishes
was
our
just like,
souls.
okay, this is just another
The
enemy.
dew
Right
from
now.
its leaves feeds our
No,
valleys
I
and
agree.
rivers.
So I'd say
The
we
tree's
faced
very
2 bosses
existence supports all
because
of
there was that
creation
god
along its
that
boughs.
Oh, you know what?
Its
You're right. I
life
forgot about
energy
him. The
interwoven
guy
into
that
the
felt no
tapestry
pain,
of
but we broke his neck and threw him
birth,
down a hole.
right
growth,
exactly.
death, and rebirth.
Feel no pain or not, I don't
Every
care. You're
strand
dead. But
transcending
Right.
time.
I'm sure he'll show up
transcending
later and be like,
space.
haha, I'm not dead.
Everything comes back.
This is who I
Spoilers.
really am.
Spoilers.
So,
Not really a spoiler because we're
that's how
just
it works.
guessing.
Right.
We
But
don't
I'm guessing
know.
you were looking
We
for a
really
more
have not
practical
played this
answer.
game before.
Yes.
We actually
Very
don't
well.
even, you know,
The bridge you pushed
spoiler
outside
for
is currently
people who don't
positioned
know
to
how
lead
these
to the
types of
realm of
videos are made.
Instead,
Typically gaming
turn the wheel
videos,
to
they
our
do
actual
research on their games,
destination,
they do
Alfheim.
playthroughs on their games before they record the video.
This is a completely blind
This
playthrough.
is completely
Yes,
blind. This
the wheel
is-
turns the bridge,
we don't do any
and the bridge
research, we
aligns
don't
to the
do any
different realm
beforehand
towers on
knowledge.
the lake
This is
outside.
pure.
there's
We
no
play through
towers.
it.
And that's
with
why
you
realm
guys.
travel to Jotunheim is
So
impossible.
now that I was thinking
Without
about
a
it, I do
tower for
actually
the
have a
bridge
couple
to
stories
lock
to talk
into,
about. They're not
the
major, they're
sequence
not
can't
like
begin.
long, in depth. They're just a few things. First,
Hold on. What
Every
was I
realm
saying
has a travel
before
room
I
that
went off on
unlocks
my
the bridge
tangent?
to that realm. I'm
I
giving
know I
you
was
the one
talking
for
about the
Alfheim.
film cell.
Now you can lock in
yeah,
your
yeah.
destination.
Anyways, I was saying something along the lines of they didn't have any Friday the 13th video or film
We're
cells.
ready.
The
Remember to
closest
take the
thing they
Bifrost.
had was
You don't
one
want
for
to
Freddy
lose
vs.
that.
Jason, where
Now
it
the
was
realm
a
travel
film
bridge
cell
will
of
align, and
Jason
the realm between realms
in the movie.
will
So of
open.
course I had to get that. But yeah, we'll give you more information on that as we do the unboxing.
See that giant crystal?
So now,
Each realm
Mike,
has a
what's your
corresponding
story?
one that focuses
So,
and amplifies
okay,
the power of the Bifrost,
have you
opening the
heard
bridge to that realm.
that
That's why
the
realm travel is
Microsoft
only
has
possible from
acquired
this room.
rights to a
What about that one realm
portable
tower missing from the lake?
add-on for a cell phone,
The
so they have like
Jotunheim
their own
Tower
portable
disappeared
system?
from all realms
I have
over
not.
100
Please
winters
explain.
ago.
I don't know
When
much
the
about it,
giants
but apparently
vanished
they
from
just
Midgard.
acquired the patent rights
Where
for
the
this.
tower went and
I guess
how
what
they
it
moved
is
it
it's
remain a
kind of like the
mystery.
Switch where the things connect onto it, but instead of connecting onto a console that's exclusively a Microsoft thing, apparently like plugs into a phone or plugs into your phone, so it's like you're playing the games on your phone, but the controller is
Bifrost
on
is
the
dark.
sides of it, you know.
This trip was
You
its
know,
last
I've
use.
heard something like
There's
that,
no
but I
going back
thought
until it's
that
replenished with the light of
the
So we are
Microsoft was
trapped.
coming up with a
Someone of your
completely
ability
portable
should have
one,
little
like
trouble
the
getting
Switch.
back to Midgard.
I don't know. It might be the one I read. The article I read on it was
That
talking
should
about
light
for a
up
cell
all
phone,
time.
but I may be read wrong, or they may not know what they're talking about. Who knows?
Or maybe, you know, Microsoft's doing what Microsoft does and
Being anonymous.
right, being like, hey, this is what it could be. Or it could be this.
They've definitely talked about doing a portable Xbox before even PlayStation at the PSP. But I don't know.
Oh, how much of a slap in the face would it be to Nintendo? Nintendo, see, it's funny when you talk about the console wars, and I know you've got more to say, but I just have to throw this out real quick. The
Welcome to
console wars
Alfheim,
was
gentlemen.
literally Sony,
Think you can
Nintendo,
spot
and Microsoft.
the
Well,
light?
Sony and
can barely see
Microsoft, because they're not
Something's wrong.
just game companies,
See that
they
column
have
of light on
other
the horizon?
resources they could
It's
throw
housed in
into
the
their
heart of a ring
projects.
temple.
So
We'll find what we need there.
they throw out these big massive things, and Nintendo was like, "Fuck that! We're
not here.
we're gonna do
Freddy!
something different." And that's how the Wii came in.
To restore the Bifrost magic,
The
you
Switch
must
is
step
the
into
first
the
time
light.
that they've actually
Let me
tried to
go.
meet the graphics of the other console.
Not even really. I think Nintendo's been trying to do their own innovations.
Holy cow!
We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Right,
here.
right. I was like, I don't want to interrupt you, but
She's not dead.
we've been going for 17 minutes, so I think we're gonna
Not
go ahead and.
likely.
This is a good time to call it. So thanks for playing with us, guys.
See you later, y'all.
Look at this place.
Stay by me. Touch nothing.
Thanks for hanging with the Game & Watch Bros. And if you like what you saw, hit like, subscribe, that little bell, and if you have a comment, leave it below.